I'll ever be.
Okay. First question, full name.
The whole thing?
No, just what you were born with.
Nina Frieda Turner.
Okay. Were you named after anyone?
Not that I know of.
When and where were you born?
In Blue Mountain Lake, at home, July 21st, 1922.
Did you have a nickname growing up?
Nope.
What was the house like? How many rooms? How many bathrooms?
One bathroom. Trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. Living room, dining room, kitchen, summer kitchen. Guess that's it.
Did it have electricity?
Running water, but no electricity.
Telephone?
At one point, I think I remember a phone.
Where did your family live growing up?
Right there in that house.
Were there any special items in the house that you remember?
Not really, I don't think.
What was your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, God. I don't know, Wendy.
Okay. What was your mother's name and when and where was she born?
Her name was Alice Reed, and she was born in Lake Luzerne.
You remember when?
December 18th, 1884.
What's something special that you remember about your mother?
Telling me to get back in the house before the school bus got up there and she'd have the deer shot.
Father's name and when and where was he born?
Walter Grant Turner, North River. Don't know his birthday.
Okay. What's something you remember about your father?
Hardly anything, because he died when he was very young.
Can you tell me your grandparents' names on both sides?
On my mother's side, it was Elizabeth Gould Reed. Gould was her maiden name. Franklin Pierce Reed. And don't ask me their birthdays and years, because I don't know.
Okay, what's something you remember about them?
I don't go and visit them lots of times, you know. We'd go down, spend a weekend or whatever. I don't know how we got there.
Where did they live at that point?
Lake Luzerne.
So that was a pretty big trip from Blue Mountain.
Yeah, and I don't know how we got there. We didn't walk, I know that.
How did your grandfather hurt his hand?
With a shotgun he had on. I don't know even where it was. I mean, you know, what the occasion was or anything. It went off. And he had it laying on his lap, I believe. It went off.
Okay. Your brother and sister's name and where you fall in the order.
My sister was the oldest, and she was born in December 9th, 1920. And then her name was Alice Elizabeth. And then I was next. And then Vern was born in November 30th, 1924. And we were all born in the same house.
How old were you when you started dating?
Oh, geez. I really don't know. I don't remember. Probably my sophomore hop. I
Okay.
think she let me go with a boy.
Okay, now we're going to move on to some questions about Poppy. When and where was he born?
February 26, 1923.
So you were older?
6 months.
What is his full name?
Thomas Edward Flynn. Um, I don't know whether he's born in Pottersville or Newcomb.
One of the two.
Right.
How did you meet Poppy?
At the Red Diner in North Creek over a stale cup of coffee.
How and when did he propose?
Probably that same day. Seeing how we only went together 3 weeks, so.
Where were you married?
In North Creek, at the Baptist Parsonage,
And when was that?
October 16th, 1943.
Did you have a honeymoon?
No,
Okay. That picture of you and him at Niagara Falls. When did that happen?
oh God. Well, I had kids. Probably early 1950s.
What jobs did Poppy have before and after you got married?
I don't know what he had before. A waiter at the Red Diner. And when we were married, I think he worked at the Russell Hill in North Creek.
What was that? What was that? Was it a store? Was it a...
No, it was yeah, where they dried lumber and stuff, the dry kilns.
Okay.
I don't know too much about it.
And after you guys got married?
Well, that was after we were married.
Right. And when did he start working at the dump?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, obviously it was after you guys got married.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, we had kids. We lived over here.
In the gray cinder block house?
Yeah.
Did Poppy build that?
Poppy and I built it.
Hmm.
See, he worked for the town, and then he went to Tajas and worked at the mines, and then he came back to the town after when the mines went on strike. Don't ask me the years because I don't know.
Okay. Tell me the names of his brother and sisters.
Mary, Betty, Rose, Pat, and Tom.
What were
One page down.
Yeah. What was the name of Poppy's parents?
Francis Beadnell Flynn and Michael. Can't remember his middle name.
Okay. Did Poppy have any nicknames?
Dry, I think they called him.
Now, so his farmer's who they refer to when they say Farmer Flynn, right?
That's Poppy's father.
Okay. And he was the one that Winslow Homer painted in all those paintings.
Farmer Flynn.
Farmer Flynn. Okay. What jobs did you have before and after you married Poppy?
Before, when I was still a teenager, I worked at the well, it's where the museum is today, so I think it's Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain House, I want to say, but I'm not sure.
What'd you do there?
Wash dishes.
And then after you and Poppy got married?
At the American Tavern in North Creek. That's where the Copperfield is now. And then, I don't know, I, cleaned houses and stuff like that for different people. And then didn't do anything but raise the kids until I went to the school, I guess.
You were-
1960. Was it, no, 1958, 59.
And you were a lunch lady for how long?
Till I was there 10 years, I believe, in 1969.
Now, when you were younger, didn't you, weren't you like a nanny or something like that where you watched kids? Because there's that picture of you with the kids on the steps.
Oh, well, that was down in Ilion. And that was just the fall, the summer and the fall that I was married, because when I come home I got married. So that must have been the summer and fall of 1943.
How would you describe Poppy?
Never grew up. Tall.
Obviously handsome, or you wouldn't have married him.
Oh, they say love is blind, so.
Okay. What did you admire most about him?
I guess his sense of humor.
How many years were you and Poppy married?
36.
What do you believe is a key to a successful marriage?
Make him believe that you're not afraid of him.
Okay. When and where were your daughters born?
Ticonderoga Hospital. Moses Ludington.
And what are their full names?
Alice, right. Elizabeth Alice. Rosemary Patricia. And Michelle Gale.
What do you remember most about them growing up? What were their personalities like?
They certainly weren't alike, that's for sure. I don't know. Michelle was spoiled. Betsy saw to that. I don't know.
What did you and Poppy and the kids do for fun?
Went camping and fishing.
Sounds like you really enjoyed that.
Right, right.
What nationalities were our ancestors?
Well, evidently Poppy's was, I think, Irish and English. Maybe a little bit of Scottish. And mine is, I know I've got a little bit of Indian in me, and English, that's for sure. And I don't know whether there was anything else thrown in there or not.
That sounds pretty, Okay, how did Mom and Daddy meet?
You mean Betsy and Worth?
Yes.
Down at the Hickory Hut, as far as I know, in North Carolina.
When were they married?
October.
Wasn't it Halloween? Or right around there?
I want to say the 25th, but 1964.
Yeah, because Michael
Mike was born, yeah.
Where did they live when they got married? I know at one point they lived in Fayetteville.
Well, they lived in Clinton when when Michael was born.
And that's where I was born too, I believe.
Oh, you were born in the trailer out in the field there by the hickory nut. I mean, you weren't born out in the field, but that's where, I'm sure that's where the trailer was. Behind Uncle Pat's, yeah.
How did you feel when you first found out that you were going to be a mother?
Good, I guess. Poppy was more excited than I was because he thought sure after I'd been married 3 months that I should be pregnant and we weren't never going to have any.
Okay. How many grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren?
Do I have?
Yes.
I have 17 grandchildren. And 21 great. 21 great, I believe. And I only have, what, 4 or 5 great-great?
Okay. Jacob, Alyssa.
Madison, Corey, Johanna.
Well, those would be great, wouldn't they?
Let's
Because
see.
Chrissy's your granddaughter. So.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be Lissa and Jacob. Let's see. Danny's would be a great, right?
Right.
And Alex and Ben are greats. Is that the only thing I have at the great is the
Alyssa.
Michaels?
Yeah, I think so. Because all the others would be, like Julie's would be great.
Right, yeah.
Okay. When did you start baking for other people? Like the McNallys and the Hewitts?
19. Well, I started before that because I baked with Leona McNally, remember? And I took my stuff down there. I want to say the early 1970s.
Have any of the McNally children ever had a cake that you didn't make?
The McNallys,
I know David, you used to make a cake.
I make his birthday cake. Lots of times I made his birthday cake, but lots of times it fell during Lent too, so he didn't get any.
Yeah, he always gives that up for lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
Yeah, purple.
What's your favorite song?
I don't know if I have a favorite one. I like a lot of songs.
What is your favorite meal?
I don't know, probably Easter with a ham.
What's your favorite dessert?
Blackberry pie.
What's your favorite salad dressing?
Ranch.
Favorite flower?
Rose.
Favorite shows on TV?
Multitude.
What's your favorite season?
Late spring and into fall.
And do you have a favorite actor or actress?
No.
Who taught you to cook and to bake?
I just did. My mother didn't let me in the kitchen.
Did you have family chores?
Oh, yes.
Which was your least favorite that you had to do?
None of them were my favorite. Probably hanging up the laundry because if it wasn't hung right, we rehung it. And taking the laundry up and down the hill to tourists.
Did you ever
Up the hill dirty, back down the hill clean.
Did you ever receive an allowance?
Nope.
Yes,
ice cream during the summer months.
do you remember any fads from when you were growing up? Like, what were the popular hairstyles or clothes? Anything that?
Not really.
What was your religion growing up?
Methodist.
And what church did you attend?
The Methodist Church in Blue Mountain.
And didn't you change to Catholic when you married Poppy?
After I married Poppy, yeah.
Who were your childhood heroes?
Can't remember any.
Were you ever mentioned in the newspaper?
Probably not, but probably should have been.
Well, I know there was one where Mom and Dad, and I think Michael and I met you or came up to visit you because there was in like the 30 years ago that used to be in the North Creek
right,
Lab.
Right. Well, yes, and when the kids were born too, I think it was in the, not